Thousand Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. It's your girl, Nelly Nell.
And this your girl, Nay. What it do, boo?
That's right. And before we even get started, what are you sipping on? Because I have my red wine again, the Cabernet Sauvignon.
I just came from Publix and I went to re-up on my Old Ye Faithful Moscato Yellowtail.
Okay.
But they didn't have any. They had, like you said, the Sauvignon Blanc.
Why won't you try a red?
Pinot Grigio.
Yeah. Pinot is good.
I actually tried a red this weekend. That was really, really good. It tastes like that sangria that I love sangria. But no, right now I'm drinking on a Heineken. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Anyway, weekend updates. My weekend, it was pretty kind of low key, but then I went out on Saturday night and I shouldn't have went out. I don't even want to talk about it, and then Sunday was low key watching Sex and the City and Dateline. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. What about you?
Saturday, we went and hung out with friends. We were supposed to leave at 7. We didn't get back home till about midnight, something like that, after midnight. And we didn't make it to church Sunday. We didn't make it to church. Because I had drunk like 2 beers and then they kept pouring me that red wine that tastes very good.
Red wine, I do know now how. Well, knew how people can get tipsy off of champagne, but I do know now how people can get tipsy off of red wine. I don't think white wine can ever do it to me, at least not the sweet one. But red wine can get you there. It can. Anyway, so this upcoming weekend we will be together again, and you gonna have me doing what? A TikTok? You said a TikTok?
We gonna attempt to do the TikTok, the guy TikTok. I like that song. It came out in 1988. We was 2, and all of us. So some people who doing the dance right now wasn't even born.
Correct.
When the song came out, but yeah, we gonna attempt to do it. It's like 5 to 10 seconds, so it's not that long.
I've seen people doing it, but it looks like it's so many hand movements. Like, what? I need a tutorial. I'm not in high school anymore.
I sent you the tutorial.
It was too long. I need a 2-minute tutorial, not a 5-minute one. I don't got enough time. I don't have patience to look at videos more than 2 minutes long. Anyway, so yes, and also this weekend, of course, I will be there before Diane and Bobby's wedding. So shout out to them. We'll be posting pictures and videos in our stories. So look out for that, people. So sports weekly updates. Tyson Fury hints at a retirement. You know, that's the Gypsy King, the one who beat our guy, even though our guy was the Energizer Bunny and still was holding on.
I still don't know how he did that. I'm still wondering that to this day. Was that him that said that? Wasn't
that
him
was
that
him.
That was, oh, it was. Okay. I got it right.
That's funny. NBA player Kyle Lowry was out for games 4 versus the Hawks. He had an injury to his left hamstring. Ja Morant won Most Improved Player of the Year. Kudos, that's your boy. J.R. Smith was named North Carolina's A&T Academic Athlete of the Year. So that means he's good on the books as well. And I wanted to just briefly mention this about Mike Tyson. Did you see the video where he was punching that man on the plane?
But did you see the video of that man harassing him?
No, I didn't see him antagonizing him, but I heard that he was. And I just saw the video and he just turned around and I just see him punches and I'm like, oh God, why? What was the guy saying to him?
Some people were saying that he was saying he ain't got it no more, and then some other people were saying he was just asking for an autograph. So I
Yeah, I
don't
heard
know.
that, but I heard that he kept asking for a picture or something like that. But isn't well, I guess he's a former boxer, so this rule might don't apply to him. When you get in the fights and you're a boxer, you go to jail because technically your hands are weapons.
Deadly weapons, yeah.
So I don't know if it applies to him because he's not a boxer anymore, but that was a funny video. Okay. Anyway, let's get into one of our main topics. We're talking about rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins, but we're talking about his parents. And it just brings me to the Will Smith song. Parents just don't understand. Okay.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm
Not
listening.
Will.
Not the slap seen and heard around the world. Dwayne Haskins was former NFL player. He just passed away a couple weeks ago. He was only like 23. Very sad. According to the 911 audio, Haskins was walking to get some gas prior to being hit and killed. I wonder if they found the person who killed him because I haven't heard anything about that. Like, was he driving drunk? Like, what? It's you got to be driving really fast to hit and kill somebody. Like, because you could get hit and not die, right?
Like that lady did on that video when she was trying to get that man license plate. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So his parents said they did, and his parents did not attend because I believe his funeral was this past weekend. But yeah, his parents said they wasn't attending his funeral because they never met his wife and wouldn't want that to be the first time meeting. So his dad, Dwayne Sr., was quoted saying, "We have never met or spoken to the wife, and we didn't want our son's funeral service to be the place we met her for the first time." So they was married and go ahead.
I don't understand what they have to do. So I don't understand. I would never let something or someone keep me from my son's funeral, and that's the last time I'm gonna see him. Like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, it's given that it's a much deeper issue that they running from. Okay, so they were married in March 2021. And remember, we reported in July of 2021 that the wife was arrested and booked on felony battery charges and domestic violence charges after an argument that led to Dwayne suffering a split upper lip and a missing tooth. That girl not a fight.
Oh, maybe that's probably why they don't like him.
I was gonna say, do you think the parents didn't like his wife, or do you think that the parents and Dwayne was estranged? Because sometimes when people get famous, they meet certain people and they like become isolated from their parents, or maybe he was isolated before that. Like what? Because I need an explanation of why these people not going to their 23-year-old son's funeral. And because the one they put out to the press don't make no sense to me. I need to make it make sense. Make it make sense.
This is insane because even if they were, but also, say for instance, well, they ain't even ever meet though. Because I was gonna say what if they like met the parents and the parents didn't like her, and he got to choose her over the parents because
of course
the wife is number one.
Correct.
So and that's what I was gonna say. But you say they never met, so I don't get it.
And
how could somebody you never met
a year? Yeah, it's been a
keep
year.
you from your son's funeral? That ain't it. It got to be something else because that don't make sense. And I don't think they can make it make sense.
Because that was a crazy excuse. Either they probably don't like the girl, but it doesn't matter in death. Like, don't death pause every beef? It stops everything for the moment, and then you could go and beef with the girl person on Monday again after the funeral on Saturday. You can go back to beefing. Like, this is crazy.
It supersedes the beef.
It's death supersedes everything. This guy was only 23 years old, but yeah, it's making me it's giving me that him and his parents weren't close to begin with. That's what it's giving me. And it's probably ever since he met the wife. It may have been before the wife, because if they were close, the wife be trying to get in good with the parents. So I'm thinking that him and the parents wasn't close, because this is crazy. I think him and his parents wasn't on good terms. because it doesn't make sense to me.
That's what it is. They had to be estranged, or because there is no freaking way. And even if I was estranged, I'm still going to Braylon's funeral.
Correct. And talking about they don't want that to be the first meeting. So you go meet her after the funeral when she doesn't matter anymore? Like she don't even need to be in y'all life anymore at this point, right? Because she has no ties to y'all. She about to get all y'all sons money. Y'all ain't getting none. Because I doubt, especially when you get married, you change all your beneficiaries to your spouse.
Actually, I haven't changed. You still my beneficiary for my life insurance. I haven't changed it yet.
Thank you. Thanks. But yeah, even if he wasn't married, I doubt that his parents would be his beneficiary, because usually you name people that are going to outlive you, like naturally. So it would be like nieces and nephews, or maybe a siblings. Like you, Terrence and Danielle, are my beneficiaries on my investment accounts and stuff. I think you the only one, because I haven't changed it yet. I think you the only one on my Bank of America accounts, and that's the bank with that's the bank with most of my money. So anyways. But yeah, so the wife getting the money, she ain't gonna give it to y'all because y'all strangers, quote unquote, according to y'all. So why would she give strangers some money? And I don't think she had a kid. Like, they were only married 1 year. I would be so devastated. Like, I was watching this movie last night with my friend, and
oh my God.
And this couple was like kind of a thriller or whatever, and the husband ended up getting killed. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, because my friend had like a reaction to it, like, that's horrible, because it's like nobody ever that close to me has ever passed away. I couldn't imagine going through that. And then she was ruffling through his pants to try to get keys to leave before she died. And she found the ring he was going to propose to her with. And I was like, that's the cherry on the top. Like, that's even worse. It's unbelievable. Like, so I can imagine what she going through. But yeah, it's no need to meet them now unless she pregnant. Did she freeze her eggs with his sperm inside of it? Because if not, y'all can cut y'all losses. Like, that's it. I hope y'all the beneficiary on something, but I doubt it. All right, let's get into our main topic. Run, Forrest, run. Because this is so funny to me. I first heard the story on the radio, right? So where's his name is Amir Khan. I think he's a British professional boxer, right? So about a week ago, him and his wife, I believe they were in London. They were coming out of a restaurant, going to their car. And I saw the video. I meant to send you the video. I'll send it to you later. But they were coming out of a restaurant, about to get in a car, and they were held at gunpoint and robbed. And his wife immediately took the F off and left him there. The robbers ended up stealing his watch and sped off. And of course, the wife is getting trashed online because what the F, right? So she defended, I'm going to get your thoughts. She defended her running. And she said, first of all, you see 2 guns pointing at you. There's nothing you can do. You are helpless. Nothing at all can be done. I can't fight a gunman for Amir. I can't get in front of Amir and get shot. This isn't Romeo and Juliet. And in my head, when she said that, I wanted to say, yeah, but this Run, Forrest, run.
Oh my God.
She also said, at the time, the best thing for me to do is think of my family. I have 3 children, and run and get help. That's it. That's the smartest thing I thought I could do. And then Amir said, because he defended his wife, everybody in this whole I got to defend my wife mode for 2020, right? So he said, I'm so happy that y'all ran back and she made it away from the scene, because anything could have happened. She could have been hit by a car, literally so close from being hit by a car. And then luckily the other workers and the owner of the restaurant went over to make sure that I was okay. But by then it was a bit too late. I couldn't really retaliate at all because my wife was next to me. God forbid the person shot the gun and it hit my wife. And then when he said that, like God forbid, if let's say he was saying if they two got into a fight and then the gun went off and the innocent bystander, she gets shot. My thought when he said that was she could have been shot for running away. She put herself in more risk, right? They could have just shot her in the back. And I remember, and I want to see if you remember. We one day in I think we was in Monroe Heights. I want to say Robert was driving us to Ashley House, and he was getting pulled over by the police, right? But we were by Ashley House, so we were so scared. We just jumped out the car and started running to Ashley House. We could have been shot. They could have shot us because they could have thought we had something on us or something. Like, don't do that when guns are pointing at you. Just drop to the floor or give up your stuff. But run? No, that's too risky. I wouldn't do it. What are your thoughts on this? What do you think about running? And would you have ran if you and Joe was in that situation?
First of all, I don't see the problem with nothing that she did.
She's not a ride or die.
That's not even it. Joe will probably tell me to run. Okay, Joe will probably stand there and tell me to run. They run.
And you get shot in the back.
That's the risk I would have to take. I'll be trying to zigzag though, but I don't see anything wrong with what she did. Like she said, she got 3 kids. How many other kids? What, you rather them have no parents than one parent? Like, I don't understand. What I mean, I ain't like the fact that she said, what was she supposed to do? Stand in front of the gun and get shot for him? I mean, that's technically you're supposed to do that for your spouse.
Correct.
But it reminds me of when that story, it was probably a couple years ago, where this mom and son was in the house. It was he was a grown son, but he was still staying at his mom.
Oh no!
And
I think I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Roberts came in the house, and you asked me before you even told me the story. You was like, "What if, like, you open the door from your room and there was like a gunman at your door, like at the front of your room door?" And my immediate answer was, I would slam the door in their face and go jump out my window. and that's exactly what the mom did. And they was getting on her because it ended up her son had got shot and killed.
Yeah.
But first of all, they was coming after her son anyway. Not saying that was fine. But what am I supposed to do? Stand there and get shot? Or try to save my life? I don't understand. I would have slammed that door and did exactly what that lady did, was jump out the window. Now, if I had smaller kids, that would have been a different thing. But you over 18, it's every man for themselves.
That's horrible. I don't know. I think I would be so in shock that I would just freeze there and end up staying there. But run? No, I'm too scared. Even if I hear gunshots in the distance, I'm not running. I'm ducking low and I might crawl somewhere, but I'm not running. I'm hitting the floor. So they probably would have seen me on the ground. This is almost got hit by oncoming traffic. Her first instinct was to fly out that big. Flights. I'm in flights. I'm leaving. Like, dog, can I say divorce? Cause I wouldn't be looking at her the same no more. I'd be looking at her with a side eye. Like you was about to get me killed. She literally almost got hit by a car because she had to run back across the street. And I'm like, really? Like, we got to do something talking. We got to go to counseling and do something because I can't with that. I don't agree with you on that. She should have stayed. Most likely they don't even be there for the girl anyway. She could have possibly stayed for identifying the purposes, like and telling the police, oh, he was tall, green eyes, fat stomach. Like, she could have been an expert witness, but no, she in this for herself.
Not an expert witness.
She only thought about herself, yo. Like, what if it would have been worse? Would she have ran if the kids were in the backseat?
Now that would have been terrible. No, that would have been bad.
Oh my God!
You're supposed to jump You supposed to jump over you. That's especially
She
you
left
jump
the
in front
kids.
of
I
a
think
gun
she
for
would have
this.
said F them kids.
Oh my God,
I'm
no.
telling you, Nate, she literally only thought about her. She talking about she thought about her kids. No, nigga, you thought about yourself. If I would have just been so mad, I would have been so mad if I was the government that I would have just shot her in the foot, like, or shot her, like, just like, why you doing that? We just want to watch. We ain't trying to kill y'all.
Remember that King and Queens episode where Doug and Carrie was on a flight and they hadn't even got off the ground yet, and something happened to the flight, to the plane, and the air stuff came down, and he rushed up and put his on and didn't worry about her, and the stewardess was like, "We haven't left the ground yet," and Carrie was so upset at him,
But you
but
supposed to
they tell
do
you.
that.
Yeah, they tell you in the instructions, you put on your mask first, then you worry about your kid. Your kid, they do.
Well, I think most parents is to do the kids first. But yeah, that's I just can't believe she took off like that. I mean, that was her initial reaction, but no. I would have just been so scared that I would have just froze there in that moment, like with my hands up, like, okay, take whatever you want, just leave. But running, I'd have been too scared they was gonna shoot me. And then in the interview, the boxer talking about he blames the mayor and because he hasn't cracked down on the crime in London, and now he fears for not his life, but it's too much crime in London or something like that. No, you need to fear your wife. Cause she's not gonna be there in the time of need. This is crazy. He need to look at those vows. Cause baby, she ain't got your back. She ain't got your back. Okay. She ain't got your back. Anyway, so the NBA playoffs are ongoing. But let's talk about the biggest story. The Nets got swept by the Boston Celtics. Like, I don't know why. God, and I had to watch that last game because I knew it was gonna be the last game. Ain't no Celtics was that good, but the Brown guy, Tatum, is really good, and I think Jaylen Brown, the dark guy, is really good. First of all, before we talk about the sweep, let's talk about Ben Simmons. So Ben Simmons, you remember him. He was on some team, got mad, didn't want to play, talking about mental illness, but he was just in his feelings. So he got traded. Ooh, that rhyme. Mental illness and in your feelings. Okay. So he got traded to the Nets. And so it was announced that he was going to play in game 4, which they really needed him because the Nets were down 0-3. And then it was announced like a day before game 4 that he wasn't gonna play. So of course the Twitter universe and the sports analyst world chewed him out, like everybody from Stephen A. Smith to Reggie Miller. And you know Reggie Miller don't want to hurt nobody. But he said something. That made me clutch my pearls when I said that was Reggie Miller said that. What? Not the Indiana Pacer. But yeah. Shannon Sharp even got on him. They was like, he be sitting on the bench looking like he fresh out of the spring catalog 2022 division, because he be fresh to death on that bench. And I'm like, something wrong with him. Shannon Sharp said he just think he don't like basketball that much no more. Like, it's not his purpose. Because you know some people, it's like that's their life. He said he don't think he care about basketball that much anymore. And I'm like, dang, he went from being a Rookie of the Year to this?
Maybe, like, but then also they were saying like he wasn't that good or he wasn't living up to the hype also.
Not living up to the hype currently.
Remember when on Love and Basketball when Quincy said it wasn't fun for him no more? Maybe it's not fun for him no more. Maybe it's not.
Excuse me. It's not fun for him because he was messed up at his other team. Like, he didn't like how they did him, but get over it. You a grown man. Get over it. But anyway, back to the sweep. So Mr. Clutch, Mr. KD, missed a shot that would have tied the game. Or I believe, would it have tied it or they would have been down by 1? I don't know. But he missed a 3-pointer.
Oh, the 3-pointer.
The
okay.
3-pointer, but then came back and made another 3 when it didn't matter because they were down by like 5 at that point with 3 seconds left. So yeah, and I really like KD. I'm scared of him, but I really like him. But the reason I'm smiling and I wasn't rooting for them is because when they made they big 3 at the Nets, him, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, nobody said zilch. Everybody was silent, okay? Silent. But when James, my boy, went to Miami, it was World War III. Like, no, don't copy what my boy do and then y'all be hypocrites and not say the same thing y'all said about my boy. So no, I don't ever want the Nets to win. I want KD to win by himself. Go to
But
a
you
team
know
where
what?
there's no more stars, and then I root for you.
But you know what people saying? They saying that they should have. They blaming it on Kyrie because they said had he got vaccinated,
they would have been a higher seed.
Then yeah, they would have been a higher seed, and they wouldn't have had to play the Boston Celtics. So maybe they would have got out the second round. I don't know.
Yeah, to go from the beginning of the season to being one of the main people that people thought were going to win the ship, to getting swept in the first, to barely making the playoffs, and then getting swept in the first round.
Swept.
That's swept. Getting
that's
swept.
The past tense.
Sorry.
That's the past.
But yeah, that's a heck of a ride. But I heard somebody say, just because you got good players on your team don't mean it's going to be a good team. And that definitely goes for the Nets. So sorry, Brooklyn Nets, but Celtics looking pretty good. Pretty good. They taking a break and they will be waiting for their next opponent. Okay. So other series updates, the Dallas Mavs currently lead the Utah Jazz 3-2. Philly leads the Raptors 3-2, and the Suns series is tied 2-2. Okay. So kudos to all of those. I don't know. I think I'm going for the Celtics to win it, at least in the East. I know they're going to have to go through the Bucks though, right? And the Bucks in the East? The Bucks are pretty good.
I don't know, but Ja plays tonight, so I'll be watching that game.
Mm-hmm. I might watch it. But anyway.
They came back last game, but it ain't make it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, time for our highlight of the week, and it goes to Scotty Barnes of Toronto Raptors. He was named the NBA Rookie of the Year. He barely edged out Cavs forward Evan Mobley. It was only a 15-point difference, so that's very close. So Scotty, what makes him special to me is he was the 5th overall pick out of Florida State University, okay? And he grew up in West Palm Beach. So this year he averaged 15.3 points, 7.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.08 steals, 0.74 blocks, and 35.4 minutes in 74 games. So he was leading all rookies in minutes, ranked 3rd in points and rebounds, and finished 5th in assists, steals, and blocks. So kudos to Scotty Barnes of the Toronto Raptors. Boop, boop.
Oh, I saw somebody post about him, but I didn't know who. I saw they said he was from West Palm Beach. Mm-hmm. I didn't know he went to Florida State though.
Yeah, he went.
That's cool.
He is Seminole. All right, and that is it for our episode. We will catch you all later next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at the Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.